Satisfaction for nurses is at an all-time high. Is that so? Is that really so? When some of the nurses are saying they don't really like their jobs. Sad? Maybe they're burned out. A lot of things going on. Let's try to analyze it. Again, and welcome back. I am Patrice M. Foster. Thank you for stopping by. My old subscriber, thank you for your support. My new subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. Why are nurses pretending that they're happy with their job? Are they really happy? I came on YouTube today because I want to talk about it. I really want to talk about it. Another nurse in my comments, she said, I hate to say this, but I hate my job. Now you may say, why would she say that? Got to be careful what you say because, they try to fire you if they know who you are. But she was anonymous on my comment and she was being honest. And I feel like if someone's going to speak the truth, go ahead and speak your truth. Don't cut them off. Now, it's the opposite. Nurses are burned out. And you want to know why? You want to know why in 2020 we were so happy and now then you feel stuck. You want to go to school, you just don't see your way out. You feel like the world is just tumbling on you. You're trying to crawl out of debt and you can't. And this will make you more sad and more distressed there. Lord, I got to go in there and I got to deal with this. And sometimes it's not even the patient. Oh, this coworker, who am I working with? And you don't know. And everything just make you feel sad. And I can't take it no more, you quit. I want to offer you a better way how to keep your job, how to stay happy. Surround yourself with positive thinking nurses, positive thinking and environment. If you get in a situation and you really feel like, oh, gee, I hate my job, I'm going to quit. Do not quit. Just hang on. Just smile. Walk away. Take a break. Do something else. And then think about it. Don't be impulsive because I'm the impulsive queen and I suffer because of that. Because I don't think, Sagittarius, we just said, that's it. I'm out of here. And then looking back, I regret some of the things the impulsive behavior, my decision at that time. But I learned from the lessons when you are blackballed, you may not definitely say that you're blackballed, but you don't know what people say. They say they don't say anything about you. But I believe some people do say, oh, I wouldn't hire her anymore, just spiteful in a way. So just walk away clean. If that's something you want to do, don't be impulsive, I'm saying, and quit the job. And if you really feel like, here it is, I hate this job, I cannot stay here more, but I need to pay this bill, just hang in there. Find a way to bring some positive energy into your life, into that moment. And how you do it? Walk away, go buy a Starbucks, go to the break room. I find that helps me a lot. When I'm feeling so frustrated, when someone is just right in my back, maybe the supervisor, and I'm talking because most of my experience have been a travel nurse. And you know, when you're a travel nurse, you get dogged a lot. You get pushed into situation. It either is going to break you or make you stronger. And for me, when you back me up into a wall, I'm coming out fighting, not cursing, but that just raised my energy. Said, I need to stay put. I need to prove. So long as you're not saying I'm lying, saying I'm doing something, speak the truth and we'll get along. But most of the time, I try not to get involved with the co-workers. Not that I'm isolating myself. I just try to stay busy, because when I find myself trying to relate to them and being the perfect, co-host, helping everybody, when it's time for you to get help, there's no one around, and this can make you frustrated. This can make you hate the job. So find a happier alternative to release that stress, because stress is a beast. It will knock you down. So you don't let it knock you down. You keep that uplifting spirit. And how you do it, you got to have hope, and you got to believe in it, that you can overcome this. You can do it. And if you find yourself in a situation, don't be afraid to call. If I'm in a situation at work and I can't figure this thing out, especially with the drugs, I call the pharmacy. Can you help me? And they are willing to help you, because you don't want to make mistake. And if you find, I'm going to be honest with you. If you feel like you hate the job so much and you go in there with that kind of mindset, you're going to make mistake. You're going to lash out on everybody, including the patient. The nurse might be able to take it. She might be able to ignore you, that every time she talked to you, attacked her. She might be able to pass it off because she said, hey, there's something wrong with her. She having issues. But you cannot do that to the patient. They will report you, and then you'll lose that job. And you might not want it to lose that job at the time, that you may not get it back. And remember, if you don't get that in check, it follow you to the next job. So be careful. I know you hate the job. I know the hate is a strong word, but I understand what you mean. And when I got that, she commented that, you know what, I just left my job and I really hated it. I understand. I'm not going to knock her. I didn't say anything negative because I understand, because we all feel that. Any nurse that tell you they didn't feel that feeling, they're lying. It's what we do with it. But don't hold it inside, and then you get depressed, and then you're just an angry person, and then everybody don't want to be around you. No one wants to come to your rescue. So be careful. If you've been in nursing long enough, that's one of the main questions that the interviewer asks. I feel they know the answer, but they want to hear it from us. But you never disclose it. I want to know, what do you love about nursing? And what is one of the main things that you love about your nursing career? So, you have to find something that you really enjoy doing. And hopefully you're in the profession or the unit or your skill set or wherever you're happy. If you're a pediatric nurse, you like to work with kids, just like psych nurse. And I was thinking that, I had applied for certain jobs and I find myself getting turned down. Now, I'm not one to think about, people might say, oh, you're older, they don't need you because you're going to cost some money. And I try not to think about the negative that people put on it, or if that's the case, then I would probably get depressed. Because I've been getting turned down for quite a few. Sometimes when you're over experienced, they don't want you. And also what I find now with what's going on is that they like to put you in a box. In other words, they don't see beyond, okay, she's a travel nurse. She may be working in psych, but she can do a lot other things, because a travel nurse has to have critical skills, and she has to have emergency skill and all the other skill, and they don't necessarily work in psych. We are sometime float, sometime I do rehab, sometime you may be an ICU nurse and you decide you want to work in psych. So depends on the recruiter. They like to box you in and say, oh, rejection, and because you're not working. And I'm telling you a situation like that. I went for a correction position, and they said, oh, your background is psych. So they reject me. I did not get the jobs. Now you may look at it, which I did, and say, isn't the jail mostly psych patients there? They're forensic there, but it depends on, in the South, that's how they like to box you in, I guess. So I accept it. But like I always tell you, and you shouldn't be sad about it, because it may not be for you. Anyway, so I was reading an article. It says 55% of nursing is dissatisfied with their job. And one of the reason is because they're burned out. Now, in 2020, we all were getting paid based on what we our experience, right? And we still think that's what we should get based on our experience. They're not doing that no more. In travel, they cut out a lot. Most of the nurses are staying home. We're just stuck. And a lot of nurses are keeping their job. They may be miserable, but they're keeping their job. Why? Because there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there for travel nurse. There's nothing. Just keep your local job, I always say. But I want to say this. Yeah, there we're burned out. We don't get the flexibility. You see, when I noticed that when the agency, or whether you're on staff, when they really need you, then you'll see them flexible. Oh, you could come in, you could do 8 hours. Oh, you don't have to do 12 hours. You could leave at 6 to take your daughter to school. They bring out all the flexibilities for you. They even give you a bonus. One nurse told me she's in North Carolina, she get $300 if she comes in at the last minute. They come up with all these incentives only when they're back against the wall. They don't feel like they should do it to keep the nurse. And I started to think, do they want to keep the nurse? Why not, seeing that the experienced nurse pay people where I messed up. Pay them what they're worth. Now, I understand everybody, the economy is bad. I understand it. I get it. But, so they cut back. And the one thing they shouldn't cut back is the nurses. And that's what they feel like they're saving money. They're saving money if they have the nurse do everything. When I was a travel nurse, because I haven't been out there for a while, one of the things that kept me going, yes, some of this assignment was very sad, was very miserable, were very negative, but me and my coworker, because we all would end up at the same place, and we would laugh a lot, laugh to each other in the break room just to relieve our stress. And that's what I'm going to recommend. That's what you do when you're sad and you're feeling like, I just hate my job. You know that feeling? You just can't stand it. And there, I talk about this a lot. The moment I enter the door, it's like a sadness, a kind of depression come over me. And I don't like that feeling. And every time I said, I love my job. I love correction. I love being a site nurse. And sometime you may come upon, you get a decent pay. And you said to yourself, I'm going to stay at this one. There's always something. And I have to learn to ignore it. There's always someone, some things, someone that just cause you to say, let me get out of here because either I'm going to lose my license or this person is about to set me up. You just can't stay. So while you're there for the moment, just enjoy it. You just have to just do your work and focus. Don't get in, just leave those negative people alone. And it's hard to leave because sometimes when you're quiet, when you try to do the right thing, you don't curse. You don't talk back to the manager. They think that you are weak. And they try you, they test you, and you're the go-to person all the time. And you may frustrate yourself, burned out yourself, but I want you to know this. How you deflect it, keep a smile on your face. No, you're wrong, but most of us nurses, the majority, we come into nursing because we love nursing. We wanted to make a difference. We wanted to help others. But along the way, we might have a different opinion. It doesn't mean, I don't want you to get the impression that we don't love nursing. We still want to see some changes. And the changes is inner from the administration. So don't get it wrong that nurses are out there, they're hating their job. It's just a figure of speech. When you hear a nurse say, oh, I hate my job, means that what is going on in there, they do not approve of. But there's nothing we can do about it. So please, please, don't comment and say, well, if you hate your job, why you become a nurse? I was happy when I became a nurse because I never had an idea that I was going to be a nurse. So I can be the one to tell you that, yes, I came into nursing by accident. And I love it. I love the benefit and meeting all these people, my peers, and interacting with the patient. But there are days when I can't stand it. And I keep saying, oh, maybe the next job will be better. But if you know, it's not greener on the other side, or whatever, the grass is greener on the other side. It's still the same. It's the same, the routine and the same setup all over. It's the same. The same people, the same personality, the same chores. It's like, you get, if you're the type of person like me, you get bored easily, then pick a career that every day is an adventure. That's what I wish. And some days it's more so than not. You want a calm day, but it's never a calm day. And back then, I used to think that night shift was easy. Night shifters, they don't have nothing to do. They just look refreshed when you come in the morning. Until I work a couple times on night shift, it's more busier than day shift. So you may think, oh, they not, because that's what I used to hear. Day shift, oh, they didn't do nothing. They probably sleep all night. Night shift have it hard too. I'm here to say because I tried both. So don't get discouraged, nurses. Don't. Just be happy. Be happy that you're one of the fortunate ones that get to keep your job. You didn't do anything foolish like me. Go to the other and kept going, and now you can't find a job. And I'm using me as an example, as always, but I'm okay. Because, I have hope. Something will come along. You have to be careful when you're going through something, who you tell. Because they'll go on the job and tell the whole world. Or they'll call you. I was listening to someone on YouTube, and he was saying that how when you're down in your luck, that's when they call you. It's all automatically like they see that they're rejoicing, that they working, they making money, and here you are, you're not. But they think that you're down in the dump. They don't know anything about you. They just think it's like a rejoice for them. For some people, you feel bad. But I'm here to tell you, don't feel bad, honey. You make a decision to leave that job. You know why you left. You know how you felt. It wasn't for you. And it probably wasn't. Just move on. Something will come. Don't ever get discouraged of when you make a decision, stick to it. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't go calling. Can I come back? Leave it alone, because I believe that if you do, it's going to be worse. So just leave it alone. So laughter is my best medicine. Keep me sane. So don't be afraid. If you really can't stand your job, when you get home, speak it out loud. I can't stand that. That's what you got to do, and let it out. And then next day, go to work. Good morning, Mrs. J. You know what I mean. So, if you feel stuck, when I was in my 20s, this lady asked me, if you didn't like it in Georgia, you getting low pay, why don't you just move? And a lot of people say it's hard to just get up and move like that. You can't, now you can't. I'm even, at this point now, I would probably go on traveling as a travel nurse. But lately, I don't feel that drive, and only because in Georgia, you leave your house, they're moving in, and you can't get them out, and you can't even own your house anymore when these squatters come in. So that's one of the reasons why I'm sticking in there, because I don't trust it. I don't trust the fact that did you see on New York what happened? That there's a lot of squatters here in Atlanta too. So that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get local employment. And that's been, that's another video, trying to get a local assignment, dealing with narrow-minded people, how they favor each other, see what's going on with the case in Atlanta. You put up your friends, you pay them more money, and the person who's come in honestly getting the lowest pay. So I'm still looking. I still have hope. Hopefully, this is 2024. By 25, every crooks will reveal themselves and things will be back to normal. Anyway, so keep it moving. You will find a job that you like. It may last 6 months, it may last a year, it may last 3 years, but we can't just keep. I feel like the older nurses, they're stop in terms of employment because they know they're going to have to pay them based on experience. And a lot of facility don't want to do that because one told me the other day, this is it. $30. You're maxed out at $30. That's what he wanted to pay me. And you're going to have to take it if you need it. So, or the other one told me it was 28. That's all he's going to pay. 28 on night shift. No differential. Another travel told me that I have to find my own houses and but when paying me 21 an hour. Now, why should I go back? You say because 2020 is gone. They were forced to pay you because the government was paying them. Now that all I wish for, Biden says, and I'm putting him in this video, he said that student loan was paid. I will believe it when I see it because I still don't get no student loan paid yet. That's all I want. Then I'll take the little one. That's a major thing. If that's gone, then I will feel better. I'll probably take the $28, but not right now. I have student loans. So if you really hate your job, if you really hate nursing, find another profession. Go to school. And that's what's stopping a lot of people, the student loan. You can go in a different department in nursing. Maybe you like remote work. There's a lot of position for that. I haven't found it yet. But they say, if you talk to some nurses that's doing it and they reveal it to you, that's good. But wait, you find them first. Have a wonderful day or night in your state or your country. Please subscribe.